So we need to pick a design that's going to easily fit around these areas without stitching into them, crowding out the motif that we've created with applique. We also want a design that we can easily work off the edges because these are our boundary lines. We can travel along our boundary lines just so long as we don't stitch outside of them. So fortunately, the 3 designs that we discussed in the earlier part of this video, independent designs, echoing designs, and pivoting designs, all of those work really, really well on small areas as they do in big areas. Of course, this is why stippling is so popular, because we can stitch it really, really big, and we can stitch it really, really tiny, and it becomes micro stippling, right? That's why stippling's so popular. But Paisley works the same way. We can stitch Paisley very, very small and very, very tight, and it can fit around just about any area. Echoing designs are a little bit more tricky, but you can, of course, control how big they get simply by minimizing your echoes. So let's actually fill this block. I'm going to fill this block with the same design that we used in the all-over quilting. I'm going to fill this with Lollipop Chain. So I'm going to start down here and just work my way with these small little lollipops. And I'm working this on a very small scale. If you remember how big our lollipops got in the other video, this is very, very tiny. And you can see it still is able to fill the exact same way. I'm just simply controlling how long the straight lines are, and then I'm controlling how big the circles get. So I'm just kind of generally filling this again left to right, and I'm kind of filling this in more or less a row, the same way we were working before. So now I'm coming up against my leaf shape. I'm going to darken this out just a little bit so that way you can see it better. And I'm going to actually take a circle and I'm going to kind of butt up against that leaf shape. I'm not stitching into the leaf, I'm stitching against it. There's a boundary line. We would stitch in the ditch around the leaf, and I'm just going to take that circle up and then travel stitch along that leaf so that they're butt up to get against one another. So I can do that again. And then every once in a while, if I don't have enough space to create my next lollipop, I just simply stitch a straight line into that area. By shrinking down and controlling the size of the lollipops, and then by also allowing them to touch the motif you're stitching around, but not go into it, then you can easily control how big it is and easily fill a complex area. So there we go. I've taken Lollipop Chain, just shrunk it down, and taken it in all of these little complex areas. Of course, this will make a lot more sense when I actually stitch it in real life in free motion. So let's go get on the machine and see how this works when we take Lollipop Chain, an independent design, shrink it down, and put it in a block. I'm sure you're going to have a lot more fun, and it's going to make a lot more sense in that situation. Don't miss the next part of this free motion quilting series. Check it out at freemotionquilting.blogspot.com.